Well, hi there. This is Mark Idelman, speech language pathologist, and welcome to the Teaching of Talking videos. We do these videos to help people who want to learn about aphasia and who want to learn about helping their loved ones speak better, and not only caregivers, but also therapists. So, this particular video is going to be about forget the exercises. You heard me. Forget the exercises. When I see people writing about aphasia and I see them writing about, well, we're doing these exercises, it kind of turns my stomach a little bit because nobody really likes exercises. If you see people who join a gym, they join a gym, probably 80 to 90% of them, that, may go 2 or 3 times and then forget about it, okay? Because of the fact that, let's face it, most exercises are dull and they're boring, and a lot of people don't really see their efficacy. All right? So that's the title of this message, Forget the Exercises. And I'd like you to think of speech therapy for aphasia in a different way. One of the things that I do every day is I take a walk every day. That's what I do for my exercise. I take a walk. And I walk about 3 miles and I take my camera with me and I take pictures of anything that draws my attention to it. So I'm doing exercises, but guess what? I'm really not aware that I'm doing exercises because what I'm really doing is I'm going for a walk and I'm enjoying the scenery. Now, I do something else also. I take a bike ride every day. All right. I take a bike ride. And one day last week, I rode about 20 miles, all right, because I wanted to go somewhere. But I didn't look at it as exercise. Heck, if I had to think of anything as exercise, I probably wouldn't do it. But I wanted to get on my bike. I wanted to see some areas that I haven't seen before. So I got on my bike and pedaled away. And guess what? I got some of the best exercise that I could possibly get. But if somebody said to me, Mark, you've got to do exercises, or I'm going to give you some exercises, well, I'd kind of go, well, I don't know if I really want to do this. And probably most people are like that. Now, there may be some of you who love the idea of exercise, and there's nothing wrong with it at all. But I like to do exercises where I don't really think they're exercises. I like to do exercises that are natural, that will give me the same kind of result, but I don't have to try. Okay? That's another great word, isn't it? Try. There's a great expression, trying is lying. It means very simply that if a person says they're going to try, chances are they're not going to do it. Now, I remember a couple of times I lent some people money back in the day. And then when they told me they were going to pay me back, I said, well, are you ready to pay me back? You promised me you'd pay me back today. And they'd go, well, Mark, well, I don't know if I can, but I'll try to pay you. And I went, oh, yeah. Trying is lying, okay? And that's like the same concept about exercise, okay? If a person says do exercise, a lot of people don't want to do it. If somebody says to you, well, I'm going to try to do the exercise, or I'm going to try to pay you back, what they're really doing is they're telling you they're not going to do it. Okay, so where am I going with all of this? Well, I look at speech therapy like riding a bike. I look at speech therapy like taking a walk to take some pictures. Okay? Speech therapy can be done in a conversation. Now, most people like conversations. Most people like conversations about cool stuff. Now, I was talking with a person who was talking about hiking around the Grand Canyon. I was talking to another person who was telling me about how much they enjoyed going to the casino and what they do there. And I talked to another person about their hobbies, that they love music. And we talked about some of their favorite albums. We talked about Gladys Knight and the Pips. We talked about the Eagles. We talked about all kinds of groups. We talked about the Beatles. We talked about the Rolling Stones. We talked about just about Queen. We talked about just about every particular group of singers or rock and roll, or, I see people who love opera, classical music, and we do speech therapy within a conversation of talking about what they like to talk about. So that's why I'm just sharing this with you. I personally never get fired up about exercises, and as a speech pathologist, I don't want to teach somebody exercises. That's not fun to me, because if I had to do that, I'd probably be looking at the clock every 5 minutes, like I was telling you on a previous video. To me, I want to engage people in conversation. That's how you get people well who have aphasia. That's one of the best ways of speech and language stimulation there is, because when you're conversing, you're not thinking about exercise. You're just thinking about the cool stuff that you want to share with the other person about what you know. So, this was our little diddly-do about exercise. Forget it. Forget exercise and find something to do that you can do around speaking that will improve it even more. Now, I know that there are exercises, and, I've done exercises with people who, let's say, want to work on their swallow. But, something, a lot of times what I did is I got particular foods or particular liquids, and I said, hey, we're going to eat today, and we're going to eat in a special way, okay? So, we did that. And we did some things interspersed throughout that, so that it didn't seem like exercises. It seemed like eating good stuff, you know what I mean? But the only difference there is, hey, when you eat this good stuff, this is what I want you to do, okay? So it's called indirect therapy. Indirect therapy is the best type of therapy there is, I think. But it takes therapists a little while. It takes some experience for them to get the hang of that and to realize that you can do therapy in much different ways than the old boring techniques that have been out there for decades. This is Mark Ittleman, speech language pathologist. If you like this video, we hope you like it. And look down underneath the video or above the video, wherever it happens to be, where you'll see our website, teachingoftalking.com. If you would, just click on that and that'll open up. And if you look down towards the bottom of the page, there are two particular areas there I'd like you to look at. One is to push the button where it asks you if you'd like some free videos and blogs. Okay? Do that, put your name on the list, and we're going to send you all kinds of stuff, okay? But also, there's a survey at the bottom. So if you ever want to be mentored, or you want to really learn, if you want to really learn what a speech pathologist knows who's been practicing for 46 years, and you want to get past all the fluff and all the trial and error, chances are you won't even have to go through any trial and error, because all of these methods are tried and true. Okay, so you don't have to spend years or decades trying techniques that'll never work. So, please visit us. Check on the Teaching of Talking. Come by and see us, and we'll see you soon, okay? Remember, teachingoftalking.com. Bye-bye now, and have a great day.